Yes, hello, this is Monarchs from Top 8 Oceanics 2016, because I think it's probably the best deck. This is the only real threat is Demise decks, because a lot of traps is really annoying. But this is the standards 3 that you can't play less than 3, it's like the best monster ever. And 3 Erebus as well, because he's the other best monster ever. Resolving these as soon as possible is really important, just because you need the trap in your grave and you get the Pantheism Surge, just make your hand way better. And so you want to be summoning these as much as possible. And I play 2 Kuraz, because you always want to be able to, you pretty much always want to be able to get out of that. It's not even that bad to draw, because it's tenacity, and you can use it to cycle cards out like bad returns and domains you don't need and whatnot, send your primes. So he's a good card, playing 2's probably the perfect amount. And I play the Squires in here. I know some people don't play Squires, but I think they're so good just because this adds banished spell traps back, which is the best thing ever. It's gives you so much more to do. It's so useful being able to add that Stormforth that you've already used and set it and do it in their turn as well. Because you only got a limited amount of Stormforths otherwise. And then, you just play the Aetos to go with it. But you should try and play around Veiler when you can. Don't always just go straight for these for your tribute material, because if you get Veiler, your turn actually ends, which is the worst thing ever. And so I'm playing through Red Layer because the reason he's so good in here is because he is Tribute Fodder and a Tribute Summon as well. So he activates your return, but he can also be used as Tribute Material, and he's level 5, it's in rank 5, so he basically just does everything the deck does. He's, never dead really. And also once you have 1 or 2, they cycle each other, so you summon one, adds the other one back, and so on. So yeah, you want it pretty much as soon as possible. Now this is my choice for the event, is the 3 Vanities Fiend. And I have a March in my spells as well, so basically it auto wins against Cosmo, which there's a lot of in Australia, and it auto wins against Pure BA pretty much. Not quite, they can normal summon far and do some dodgy stuff to get around it, but it's a huge problem for quite a few decks. The only deck that is obviously bad against is Monarch Mirror Match, but the Mirror Match is pretty much decided by who draws the better hand anyway and who gets their Stormforth Ether set up first, so I don't think the 3 Vanities Fiends in there is going to affect it enough for me to care, whereas the amount of wins I get from it straight away, and it did win me a lot of games at Oceans, just from, you just drop it and their deck can't play anymore. That's the all the monsters, so I don't play any other guys. This is the spells. This is absolutely, obviously you play 3 Tenacity and 3 Stormforth. You want to be doing this in your opponent's turn most of the time. You're doing your turns good as well, but often in your turn you want to be doing overlays with Prime Monarchs and using your Instant Fusion and whatnot. So it's not as essential that you use this in your turn, but yeah, you pretty much always want to up in their turn with your Ether, or if you have Escalation, which I play as well, you can do that. Then Pantheism obviously is insane, and 3 return, because this is your other 3 copies of Ether and Erebus, 3 returns. You want to see one of them as soon as possible, you need these cards to play the game, so yeah, just play 3 of that. And it doesn't, even though it stops using your extra deck, it's okay, because you can just pull out Kuraz and pop it, which yeah, you don't have to really care that it's blocking you off, because by the time you need it, you won't be blocking you anymore. And I play 1 domain. The reason I play this, it's kind of cool to the Randy stuff to get over Ultimate Falcon and some Randy crap like that, but the main reason is turn 1 with this, makes this level 6 and brings out Kuraz, pops some stuff, draws some cards and make Beatrice, because Beatrice is insane in here. I never lost a game where I summoned Beatrice turn 1, because you send your Eddies, get back banish spells, traps, you send primes, make overlays, everything. It just does everything you want it to do. Because Foolish is obviously also insane in here, which there's 1 Foolish over here. And this is the other Monarch spell trap, is March. Because I play the Vanities Fiends, this pretty much seals the deal. Most decks can't out these 2 together. It's also really good because a lot of people, especially PKBA comes up a lot now, because people put PK for Fog Blades to make their match against Monarchs better in Burning Abyss, but this gets rid of that. Fog Blade doesn't help them, and Veilers do nothing. It's actually quite good. I'm surprised it hasn't seen more play. The Instant Fusions are insane as well, because it's kind of like Red Layer, does everything you want it to do. You can you get a level 5 to make overlay, you can make Blades as well, because Pan's Dragon's light. It outs Mask of Restrict, because Pan's Dragon can destroy that. Thousand Eyes Restrict is at its best in this deck, because you can use it as tribute fodder, so it doesn't block you attacking that turn. And then Norden can bring back Edia, which is 2 tributes, and you get the add back off this, which is insane. So yeah, this is very good in here. I prefer it. See, I don't play Brilliant Fusion. I prefer this. You could play both, I assume, but that's too much room. And Brilliant Fusion itself is obviously insane, but having to play the extra cards that aren't good, like the Lazuli or whatever you play, Garnet, it's just too annoying. And I found a lot of the games, Brilliant Fusion was good when I already had a really good hand, but then the bad hands didn't make them better, really. Something like occasionally it does, but not really. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Brilliant Fusion. And then I play 3 Prime. I know some people play 2, but like, I just want it in my grave soon. And like, if you draw it, you send it with Kuraz, you send it with Pantheism, you search Pantheism and do it. Like, yeah, you don't need 3 necessarily, but yeah, I played 3. And the 1 Escalation, because it's actually pretty cool being able to summon, like, even this during your opponent's turn, but yeah, it's mainly for this, which you add off the, when you summon Ether and have return, you add this, and then you can do this in their turn, and it gives you more ways to remove their monsters. And also the fact that you can remove their stuff in the battle phase is actually kind of relevant, because this is only in main phase, which sometimes people will play around it in ways that involve using the battle phase, whereas this just ruins that. And that is 40 cards in the main deck. The extra deck. This is fairly straightforward. This is like the best rank 5 ever. This is the one you make if you have red light, obviously, because you can't make this. And it's very similar. Like you get the pop during their turn. Just remember, this can't attack if it has no material. That's something a lot of people don't realize. And obviously, you always attach the non-related material first. Zenmayo actually came up quite a few times for me. It's actually really good. People starting to play decks with more traps in them, and this just gets rid of them. He's just actually a cool guy. And you can pop your own as well, which is good. If you're like Prime, they got 1, you can set it and stuff. Durandal, standard rank 5, very good. Tyrus is a good out to mask for strict. It beats Rivalry as well, because the Primes are fairies, etc. Adrius, never summoned him, it's just another rank 5, it's cool. Shark Fortress gives you OTKs with any of the big Monarchs, so use 2 Primes in one of these as game. Volcasaurus obviously does heaps of damage when you kill other Monarchs and just clear things. It's a really good rank 5, and that goes on top of that. This is the only rank 8 I play. I think I wanted to summon it once, maybe. Like, I'd probably play it for sure. Like, it's good in the mirror match and stuff. Oh, it's good that it eats up the card that it negates rather than negating the activation, so they can't use a second Stormforth. That's the main reason it's good. And then I'd already talked about how good this card is in this deck, and it's that good that I also played the Fusion to go with it, which, when I summoned this deck, because I did the game that I summoned this, and this died, and I summoned this out, the guy just scooped. He was like, wow, you actually play that? I'm like, yeah, he's pretty cool. And this is the Fusions that I talked about for instant Fusion. 1/1/1. You can play 2 Panzer, but like normally if you just need 1 tribute fodder and it doesn't matter which one you get, you use this one because it's the least important. But depending on the matchup, you could change your mind. But this you almost always use for overlays or adding Mask of Restrict. That's the extra. The side deck, I played the 3 Max C just for PK, etc. Viking Cosmo is just standard card. You put it on a side if you're not manning it. This Dark Some More goes with these cards. So this is for Demise, because I think Demise, I almost played 2 Malevolent Catastrophe as well, because Demise was that much of a deck that I was like, man, I just want to auto-win against it. This you play if you're going first, if you can get it, like, if you get this during their turn, their first turn, you can summon this out off of it. It's funny, because for some reason, Aether and Erebus are not specifically Monarch stats, just has to be 1,000 defense and 2,400 or more attack. So it's funny that you can get this out and stop them setting anything for their first turn. 3-turn Twister is another, this is like Max C pretty much. You just, if you're not maining, you side it, you need to outmask Restrict, and it's good against Demise decks, etc. This is for the mirror match. It might seem kind of counterproductive, but I think it's pretty standard at this point. If you get this with rank 5 like Pleiades or Magna Liger to protect it from their rank 5s, then they pretty much can't play. It's actually quite easy to like set this up in a way that you win rather than killing yourself. And this is my last choice. So I was considering playing 2 Malevolent Catastrophe to beat Demise, then I decided to go for a more generic option, which helps in the mirror match as well, and it's good against Cosmo, which is like 2 obviously really popular decks. And it's good against BA as well. It's just in general really good card. Obviously some decks it's useless against, but most of the time it's actually quite good. So that was my last decision, and it was fine. Like, it wasn't a huge deal. I'm sure it would have been a tournament longer and I needed it more often. But yeah, that is my Monarch deck, top 8 at Oceanics. Thank you.